Hey, Jags fans, come here. Come here. I gotta tell you something. It's gonna be okay. Day one of free agency is in the books, guys. A lot of moves going on here in Jacksonville, a lot of which you guys are not too happy about. But we're gonna get into all of that. My name's Paul, and I'm a Jags fan just like you guys. Let's break down all of the moves that happened today in free agency. Let's get it. Fat Boy is gonna sit in the background because he wants to eat dinner. Anyway, let's back up a little bit, guys. So the Jaguars moved on from some really good players and brought our overall cap space up to $60 million available. Now, this in and of itself was bound to ruffle some feathers. You hate to see players that you love get moved on from and move on to different teams. So all of that kind of started things off, I guess, on a bad note. You know, you hate to see Evan Ingram and Christian Kirk go. But then comes free agency, and a lot of you guys are upset with some of the moves this new regime is making with the player personnel. Hoagie, stop. None of these were really big, splashy moves that people were dreaming up in free agency, myself included. You know, I was dreaming, oh, we're going to get T. Higgins, we're going to get this, we're going to get that. All of that is all fun and good, but realistically, the whole goal of this free agency was to raise the floor of this roster and bring in starting players that can make an immediate day one impact. Hoagie, stop. If you lick your paws the whole video, I'm going to lose it, buddy. But really, the whole goal with this, dude, okay, come on, stop. You want to go eat? Come on. You can't be licking your paws. We started things off by bringing in Jordan Lewis on a 3-year deal from the Dallas Cowboys to play our nickel corner position. This sparks a lot of confusion because we just drafted Jarian Jones last year to play nickel. And the thing is, Jarian has experience at FSU playing outside. And so I think we could see him move outside and play opposite Tyson Campbell. Jordan Lewis also has experience playing both inside and outside, but I would imagine and anticipate him being the starting nickel corner, Jarian moving outside. Then we bring in Nick Mullins as the backup quarterback on a 2-year deal. Now, I love this move. I've seen some people like hating on Nick Mullins as a backup QB, but I think he's a really solid backup. I remember a few years back when Baker was injured and Nick Mullins went in for him and played really well in Cleveland. He's been with Grant Udinski in Minnesota last year and will be able to help educate and, you know, just be a good voice in the quarterback room for Trevor, knowing this offense and being familiar with Udinski. Then we bring in Eric Murray from the Texans, and this is the one that a lot of people are upset with, I feel like, just because it wasn't the big name Javon Holland, but he's a veteran safety. He's got a career 386 tackles. He brings in some stability on a struggling secondary. And, you know, he's not a big name safety or a big name playmaker, but he will bring in some consistency and just consistent play to that safety room. Overall, just not really a splashy hire, but I think it goes back to just raising the floor, just trying to make that safety position more consistent and better across the board. Okay, as I'm going down this list, each name, I'm just like, okay, no, this is the one that people were upset about. Diami Brown from the Washington Commanders on a 1-year, $10 million deal. People are very upset about this because you move on from Christian Kirk to sign this guy, and it's like, who is this guy? It's like he's got 300 yards, 1 touchdown last season, and it's like, really, you're signing that guy? But he made some big plays in the playoffs and was really great for Jaden Daniels. I think that he could be a deep threat option. He could, you know, bring some speed, and I think that overall it is a good signing. And again, it's a 1-year, $10 million rental. It's not like we're paying this guy, you know, DK Metcalf money. He's not coming in to be like this crazy wide receiver 2 option. They're gonna draft a receiver somewhere. Like, it's not. Don't overthink it. It's not. This is not the big name receiver that they're gonna bring in. Then we bring in Patrick McCarry from the Ravens on a 3-year deal. He's a versatile lineman that can play all 5 positions. He's primarily a left guard, and yeah, he's a great pass blocker. And I think that this is exactly the kind of move that we're wanting to see. I mean, bring in as many guards as you can, as many offensive linemen as you can. The Bears kind of ruined everybody's day today. Pretty much every offensive lineman that you could dream of having, they went out and got. And so that added to the sour taste in everybody's mouth. And, all that to say, like, Patrick McCarry is a good lineman. And I think that this is the kind of move that we needed to do today, is to just bring in as many big bodies as we can, leading into our next signing of Chuma Edoga. I'm going to absolutely butcher these names. Chuma's a former Cowboy, and again, people are upset because he only played in 10 games, but people are way overthinking these moves. It's not like we're going out and getting key pieces in free agency. We're playing chess, not checkers. And so we're bringing in people to supplement. We're going to draft. Chuma just brings in some competition for the swing tackle position. And overall, again, just raises the floor of this room and makes everybody else better. The competition is going to bring out the best in this O-line. And Chuma is a serviceable swing tackle, man. This is not a bad signing whatsoever. And then we bring in the 2 tight ends, Hunter Long and Johnny Munt. Hunter Long with the Rams, Johnny from the Vikings. Again, familiar with both the Rams and Udinski and the Vikings. And these guys are great blocking tight ends. And again, I think Brenton Strange is the starting tight end. Brenton Strange is going to be your tight end number 1. These guys will come in as backups or tight end, 2 tight end sets, and overall just bring depth to the tight end position. All right, guys, I got another one to add here. Trying my best to keep up with all of this news, but the Jaguars are signing center Robert Hainsley, who follows Liam Cohen from Tampa. Hainsley's deal is a 3-year, $21 million deal. And again, guys, he lost his job to a rookie, but he is a starting caliber center and definitely is much needed with Mitch Morris retiring. We needed to get the center position shored up, and signing Robert Hainsley does just that. I wanted to add quickly to something I saw on Twitter. I lost the tweet, so I don't know who sent it, but somebody said it so well, and I thought it is spot on. The Jaguars aren't just throwing darts into a dark hallway. These are all strategic signings that they have been targeting. Every single one of these guys has got a reason why they're being brought in here, whether it's familiarity with the system or guys that they see intangible qualities in that they want to go out and get. So take that with a grain of salt, guys. So, guys, everybody take a deep breath. I think that, it's not doom and gloom. This isn't, there is no such thing as winning the offseason. Like, that doesn't really matter. We've heard this leadership team time and time again say that we have to go prove it on the field. We're all judged by the results on grass. As Tony Baselli says, it's all about the grass. What happens out on the field is what they're going to be judged by. And I think that it's a bummer when you have hopes and expectations for players that you want them to go out and get. But the reality is we have Trevon Walker coming up that we're going to need to pay. Brian Thomas Jr. is going to get paid. Trevor Lawrence's deal is going to start hitting. So freeing up all this $60 million in cap space, it's not like, okay, now we can go and sign DK Metcalf to this crazy deal, getting $30 million a year. All of these deals coming up that are going to be hitting. I think that overall, we get rid of some players that we really liked. I mean, I loved Evan Ingram. I love Christian Kirk. Sad to see those guys go, but getting rid of those 2 players to bring in a bunch of other players that are going to raise the floor, like we've been saying. Overall, I think that it is the right move, and you got to trust the process, guys. You got to trust the process. I think that we're making good moves. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. I've seen y'all in some of you guys in the 1010XL chat just going off, and I want to tell you guys it's okay. You know, you're allowed to be upset. I'm upset that we moved on from some players too, but overall, I think we're moving in the right direction, and I think that raising the floor of the team is the right move to make. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this season, guys, and I would love to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below, and check out this video next.